Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be taking a look at an interesting report that suggests taxes, that's right, taxes, might give us an inside clue at GTA 6's development. That's right, a bunch of articles started getting published today on big-time media outlets and websites like Games Radar, and a ton of other media outlets and news articles started getting published about this as well, how GTA 6's development might have been confirmed by Rockstar's latest tax returns. Now, there's definitely going to be a lot of businessy things that we're talking about here. Just know it's definitely tax season, at least for us here in the US. And we've talked about this in the past, that even though Rockstar makes video games, they are in the business of making video games. And just like normal people, they have to pay their taxes too. So I believe this was first published by the website taxwatch.org. And I'll leave a link to the article and all the other sources that I'm using for this video in the description. The title of the article is Rockstar Takes the Pot. 2019 accounts show huge increase in Grand Theft Auto tax claim. So this is what the article had to say. Rockstar Games, the Edinburgh-based company behind the wildly successful Grand Theft Auto series, has published its latest accounts, revealing a huge increase in claims for video games tax relief. The article goes on to say, as reported in today's Sunday Telegraph, analysis by TaxWatch shows that the claim was by far the largest for video game tax relief granted by HMRC in 2018/2019, accounting for 37% of all claims made by the UK video game industry in that year. The claim means that for the fourth year running, the company has paid no UK corporation tax, despite the Rockstar Group racking up more than 6 billion sales of Grand Theft Auto 5 since it was released in 2013. The accounts for 2019 show that the company claimed £37.6 million in video games tax relief, taking its total to £80 million since the scheme was introduced. Of the 1,110 claims made since VGTR was launched, Rockstar have accounted for a quarter of all the relief claimed from the government, whilst publishing only 2 games that qualified for the relief. The claim is believed to relate to the production of the next edition of GTA, rumored to be scheduled for release soon. Rockstar North is the lead developer for the series, although Rockstar has also registered Red Dead Redemption 2 as being culturally British. Now, if you're like me, you might be confused on what the term culturally British actually means. And you might also be wondering if games like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption 2 classify as being culturally British. Well, we know GTA 5 definitely does. And it looks like the BFI also approved Red Dead Redemption 2 as being classified as culturally British. So when you think of culturally British, don't think about like the setting that the fictional world takes place in, because we know that Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto both take place in fictionalized versions of the United States of America. GTA obviously in modern times, Red Dead Redemption 2 not so much in modern times, but I think it has more to do with like where the company is based, and we know that Rockstar North is actually headquartered in Edinburgh, Scotland, which is why I think they're able to classify all the games they create as culturally British. And being culturally British is the prerequisite required to qualify for this relief. Now, studios are able to make interim claims for VGTR before a game is completed, and the huge claim being put in by Rockstar are likely related to the production costs of GTA 6. As VGTR is related to production spend, the large claim indicates the scale of Rockstar spending on games development. Now, when VGTR was introduced, the government estimated that the new relief would cost in the region of £35 million a year and support smaller game developers. The scheme is now costing in excess of £100 million a year, with close to half of all relief being claimed by just 4 companies. And figures published by the HMRC on all video games tax credit claims just how large Rockstar's share of the pot is. In 2018 to 2019, there were 345 VGTR claims for a total of 103 million pounds. The article goes on to say the share of this pot is going to Rockstar North, which was already significant, but has increased from 18% in 2018 to 37% in 2019. And of the 345 VGTR claims last year, 315 of them were less than $1 million for a total of 30 million. Rockstar North's claim is worth more than the value of all of those 315 claims combined. So again, I will leave a link to this article in the description if you want to end up checking it out for yourself. And I know there was a lot of money values we were throwing around there, but essentially what Rockstar can do, because they're based in Edinburgh, Scotland, is that they can actually qualify for some tax relief if they are creating video games. And what's interesting here is that even in 2018 and 2019, when Red Dead Redemption 2 was essentially already released for all of 2018 and all of 2019, is that the large amount that they claimed indicates the scale of Rockstar's current spending on game development. And while this doesn't necessarily say this is 1000% GTA 6, I think it's pretty obvious that this means Rockstar is ramping up production if they weren't already in the middle of the production of GTA 6. Now, I found this to be very interesting because that was one of the big facts about GTA 5 when it first came out, was the cost of making that game. To develop and market Grand Theft Auto 5, it cost Rockstar $265 million. It was clearly their biggest game ever at the time, and GTA 5 hit $1 billion in sales in just a couple of days. So don't feel too bad for Rockstar. They made their money back pretty quickly, but that just goes to show you how much initial capital it costs in order to make a Grand Theft Auto game. And remember, that was being developed back in 2009, 2010. You would almost expect that amount to grow, maybe double, if not triple, to produce another huge flagship title like Grand Theft Auto 6 would be. Now, if this story sounds a little bit familiar to you, well, that's because it's not the first time in which a document of sorts might have given us some clues and hints on what Rockstar has been doing. Back in October of 2019, there was a document or a letter that actually leaked out. And essentially what the document was a letter to business owners in the South Florida area saying that Rockstar North and Take-Two Interactive were going to establish a team that was going to go around and look at a bunch of various interiors and properties. And this is interesting because this document has been confirmed from a couple of other sources, so we know that it's true. And we also know a couple of the individuals that were actually named on the document itself. They have actually confirmed that it's true as well. So although these two documents are a little bit different and they have to do with different subject, taxes versus scouting interiors, it's still the first two times we've really seen in the life cycle before GTA 6 where documents have come out like this suggesting something is going on. Now, if you guys are curious on that first document we talked about, the scouting one in South Florida, since that did happen a couple of months ago, you might not have seen it or you might have missed that. I will leave a link to that in the description. That's something we covered here on the channel. Now, again, what that document means, I'm not sure. Rockstar could just be scouting interior locations. It might not have nothing to do with South Florida or the fictional city of Miami, which we know is Vice City. But I think things are starting to heat up on that front. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. This tax document stuff is something we're definitely going to keep an eye on as well. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this latest discovery from Tax Watch UK and some other media outlets. We're going to follow this story pretty closely, and I'll be sure to keep you guys posted if there are any updates to this saga. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Do you think this means that Rockstar is full steam ahead working on the development of GTA 6? Do you think this was for something else, like another project? Again, let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.